hello. Hello. Okay, we're back. My phone just died. It was like, yeah. I saw my mom yesterday. She's doing good. I'm going to drop off a little bit Friday and then pick her up. Maybe drop her off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That might be too many days. So if I drop her off Friday, Saturday, pick her up Sunday. There we go. Hey, Snowdrop. Okay. No, yes, you need to come out and come into the main one. Okay. Yeah, you're on the mobile one. Okay. Let's look up Funky Dineva real quick. Let's see what he's got going on. Okay, let's see. Let's do this one. Hold on. Hello to love.
And
okay, hold on. So this is Funky Dineva. We're just gonna play a clip. I just picked a random video of his, and this is by request from Snowdrop. Right, Snowdrop? This is by request. Yes, it is 5:30. We were supposed to, I think we're going to go eat dinner, but maybe I'll cook to save on money. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, let's go eat after a while. And I'm like, we'll see. Okay, we're just going to, yes, this is, like I said, by request. Snowdrop. I don't know what he's going to say. I don't know what he's talking about. We're going to find out.
come on. I know I might have some of y'all confused because I wrote that I was going on at 6. Then I put in the thing 6:30 because I thought I wouldn't have enough time to load the show. But I got it loaded. I'm here. It's confusion. This whole week has been confusion. This whole month has been confusion. I'm already ready to throw the whole month of March away. Let me give y'all some updates. What's been going on? My aunt has been in the hospital now for over a week. She just went back home today. She had a wound on the back of her heel, and the wound was open. We had her going and seeing a separate wound doctor. She went for her last appointment. The wound was closed up and doing real good. But then the doctor noticed 2 of her toes had an issue, sent her to the emergency room, and they had to do everything in their power to not amputate her 2 toes. Luckily, they did not have to. They sent her back today. That's going on. A lot of y'all have been asking me what's going on with my cancer treatment. I have a date. My surgery date is May 20th. It's a
Hi,
Wednesday.
Nina. I pick it up and bend it.
My surgery date is May 20th. We get back from the cruise on the 8th. That following week, I go do my labs and everything in preparation for the surgery. Then I have the surgery on May 20th, which is a Wednesday. So my surgeon does surgeries on Mondays and he does them on Wednesdays. I chose Wednesday because it allows me to be out of work on Wednesday, Thursday. I might even pre-record 2 shows for y'all. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I can be right back up here going to work, so on and so forth. About last night, I asked that y'all just give me a little grace for last night. Last night was just another one of those days where it all came crashing down on me again. You know what I'm saying? Just carrying it all. And all I could do was just lay down. You know what I'm saying? There are people around me that got a lot going on. It's just a lot going on in the world right now. There are a lot of people around me that are not doing well. And with me being the empath that I am, I'm taking in a lot of that energy. It's just a lot. So bear with me. This month is probably going to be janky. Y'all keep asking what happened to the Tuesday morning shows and what happened to the Thursday morning shows. Those are something that we are still going to do. I am in the process of who live in Phoenix or used to live in the Phoenix, Tempe area. I think I'm saying it correctly. Please email me. Took off. And 6 months later, I was on the first Love and Hip Hop reunion. I am so tired of telling that story that I turned down a lot of interviews. One of the reasons why I loved doing Carlos King's interview was because he dug deep. And y'all got a lot of the family stuff or whatever. I love Tony Style. I have a feeling Smoke Hole Funky 15 for all the things that you need. I don't know what they were, whether it was hunching the wrong nigga, whether it was ruining your credit, whether it was messing up your money. 30s is cleanup time. 30s is time for you to like clean up whatever messes of your life you may have made in your 20s. 30s is time for you to course correct. Okay. What do I mean by course correct? If you're in the wrong career, now is the time to pivot. Okay. If you got 20 credit hours left to get your nursing degree, now is the time for you to go get it in course 20s and to course correct. You might not feel like you on track. Let me tell you one thing. You still have time. You ain't got a lot of it. But you still have time. And give yourself a little grace. You might go hunch a homeless dude after the bar or whatever on a drunk night. Don't beat yourself up. Just don't let it happen again. You might go put a Louis Vuitton purse on a credit card. Don't beat yourself up. Just don't do it again. You've got time, but okay. And so you got a lot of people in the chat saying, I'm 47 back in school now. I'm 43 back in school now. Y'all are the exception, not the rule. Please be clear. Y'all are the exception and not the rule. Somebody says, I'm going to law school at 42. Good for you. But the average person is not. And it's hard for many people to pivot at 40.
Yeah, comment the other chat.
There's a saying that says anxiety, seeing as though I'm getting ready to get on a 4-hour and 15-minute flight from Atlanta to Phoenix, Arizona. It's like, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be honest. And I mean no disrespect when I say this. 9/11 was such a genius plan. It was so simple that it was genius. And a lot of times you don't know where you're blind until somebody points out to you where you're blind. And 9/11 is an example of where we were vulnerable and blind, and we did not even know it. I am of the thought process that no, they're not going to send a missile from Iran over to the United States. I am of the thought process that whatever happens domestically, it is going to be another one of those crazies that thinks they're going to get 100 virgins if they die. What do I mean? I think somebody is going to drive a van filled with explosives into a hospital. I think somebody is going to set themselves on fire and blow themselves up, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of a shopping mall. That is how simple I think the next attack is going to be. And these sleeper cells, what if, here is just me. If I was an evil genius, and I know I had these crazy sleeper cells, all I would do is have a suicide bomber in every major city go into a hospital and blow themselves up in all 50 states at the same damn time. That's what I would do. When you walk into a hospital, don't nobody know if you got no bomb. That is less pop culture and a tad bit more serious and informational. I'm not sure yet, but I think that's the direction that I'm getting ready to go in my next reinvention, because honestly and truthfully, I am getting bored with reporting on Yandy getting a divorce. Dr. Heavenly said this. Krishan did that. I'm getting bored with it. It's not challenging me anymore. And on top of that, I think that I have a responsibility to those of you guys that watch to take you somewhere else or whatever. So in today's lesson, we're going to learn about BATNA. Take a listen.
I did not vote for Kamala Harris. Yes, sir. I did not vote for Donald Trump. Yeah. Unlike many black people who believe you must vote even if you have nothing you're looking for, I'm not in that group.
I had an economics professor in college that would always talk about how to abandon emotion whenever you're in a financial or economic negotiation and how to dominate that negotiation. And he had a very interesting leveraging tactic that I never forgot. A green guy is locked in a room with an orange guy and $1 million, and the clock has 1 hour, and they tell him, look, all y'all got to do is decide on how to split up the money and we'll give it to you. But if not, you get nothing. So the green guy says to the orange guy, like, look, this is easy. Let's just split it 50-50 down the middle, $500K each. Orange guy says, nope, I'll take $600K or no deal. The green guy's like, wait, what? No, that doesn't even make any sense. So they argue back and forth, and eventually the time runs out and the green guy doesn't take a deal. So he walks out with his head held high, no money, but with his head held high. He kept his morals. But what he didn't know is that the rules for the orange guy was a little different. The rules for the orange guy was if there's no deal made between you two, you get to leave with $500K. So for the orange guy, there was no reason for him to accept a deal that did not give him more than $500K. This concept is called BATNA. That's alternative to a negotiated agreement. And it teaches us the most important rule in negotiations. A deal only makes sense if it's better than what you would get with no deal. Even if a deal feels unfair, if it's better than your BATNA, you take it. So what did we learn? What black people got with the no deal option was Donald Trump, which gives us a rise in black unemployment, a rise in gas prices, another war, a retrenchment of DEI, retrenchment of affirmative action. Barack Obama posted on his page as a monkey, and a banning of over 500 black books. A deal only makes sense if it's better than what you get with no deal. This also teaches us something else about negotiating. The rules that you're negotiating under ain't always the rules that your opponents are negotiating under. Oh yeah, and black people are always under different rules. So when we were listening to a white leftist talk about never vote for Kamala during the election, think to yourself, were they communicating to me under the shield of their father's loft in Williamsburg and under the shield of a Democratic mayor and a Democratic governor passing progressive policies? And with the tangible consequences of this president affect them the way that it would affect me. You see, they're saying they can't vote for a candidate because they haven't fallen in love with them. But our ancestors knew something very important. We don't get the privilege or the luxury of falling in love with our political candidates because this political system don't love us. Politics ain't a love story for us. It never has been. It's a business deal, a negotiation. And we have to win each negotiation because when we lose, we don't have safety nets. Food for thought, food for thought.
I love it. And this is in response to all of you, you know, what it boils down to. The phrase that we all can understand is lesser of the two evils. You know what I'm saying? And the only time you don't take the deal is when taking no deal at all is better than the deal that was presented.
Sorry to hear that.
And that was not the case with us. there were so many of us that were Black people
Right.
who were so, I'm not voting for Kamala. You need to check what she did. She put.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I'm going to give him 10 more minutes and then we're moving on. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the UK. Put some hearts and flowers in the chat for the mothers. Yes, yes, yes. And Maureen, I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm glad everything is okay. Yes, all the mothers. Yes, give it up for the mothers in the UK. I know that's right. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a mom, or you don't even have to be a mom to put a 1 in the chat. Have taken care of a little one before. The experience is wonderful.
She put so many Black people in jail. She did. I mean, y'all had y'all reasons, and I can't take people's reasons for not voting. But in taking no deal, what you got was worse than taking a deal.
Hello. I have a group of people that I know that did not vote because they said that they did not like Kamala. And I'm like, okay, so you rather have the lesser? You rather give it over to someone that is going to give us some hell? And I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat or a leftist or a rightist or whatever. You have to admit that our presidency is not going as planned at all, that we did not vote for this. And the Republicans have to get out of denial too about the situation. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, for Black people, yes, many times we have to take the lesser of the two evils. And I know that there are, people out there like my girl Amanda Seals and other people out there that are like, it's time for Black people to stop taking the lesser of the two evils, and we got the power and we got all these different things, so on and so forth. And it's like, okay. And so I got the real doc right here, says, and still wouldn't vote for her. And I wish I had a way to bring you on the show right now, because I would love to respectfully engage you. And I just don't understand how, in witnessing what we're witnessing right now.
Okay. Thank you, Funky Dineva. Let me just scoop it. Let me see what else.
A slew of other things going on. Somebody says, it seems that you have an unconscious bias against Black girls. Well, I don't know how you deduce that from this, but here is the thing.
We're going to move on from Funky Dineva. I want to get to the Telly. And here we are with the Telly. He does a lot of them. Which one should I pick? He's got Real TV License, Goon Visit, episode 8, 2 years ago. Should I go to videos? Oh, this is what he does. Okay, wait.
Hi, it's me again. And I'm back with one of my most requested videos to do. You lot are always giving me grief. We want more goon vids. We want more goon vids. Problem is, no one's been sending me in any goon vids anymore. And I think I found out why, because I've popped over to TikTok. I still don't understand what's going on over there. But there's loads of goon videos. It looks like people are filming their own and chucking them up there. So I've borrowed a couple in case you're not a TikTok user and won't have seen them. Borrowed a couple, and we'll go through them as always. And I'm going to have, I know you don't like me talking at the end, well, some people don't, but it's important that we talk about them to see what these people did wrong and did right and give them a score for a bit of fun. Right, first one.
What's that?
Hi, mate. You're right. Mr.
Who's speaking?
It's just TV licensing. It's run out. We're just going to renew it for you.
Oh, no, thank you.
Do you not watch live TV? I put down your refuser.
What was that he said at the end? What was that?
I put down your refuser.
Put down you refuse then. I think that's what he said. Wasn't it? Refuse what? Refuse to talk to you? Refuse to fall for your intimidation tactics? Refuse to pay for something he doesn't?
So that was the Telly license person and knocked on his door and said, do you want some license? And the man said no and shut the door in his face. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you, guys. Oh, I think I have a picture. Is his baby picture in there too? Or something like that? Let me see. William. I put William in. Ooh. I don't see the video, the picture of him and his mom. It must be on their website. Let me try something else. William's picture with his mom. Is this it? Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh, is this it? Guys, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's William and his mother for Mother's Day. Oh. I love it. I think it's perfect. Oh, that is so great, Snowdrop. Oh, sorry about that too, Cassandra. We do have some blessed people in the house. You and Marine, that's something else. It is. I can imagine. Oh, you guys are some beautiful survivors. Very strong women. Who? When you say what? When I said what I said about the group of people, didn't vote for Kamala. And since they didn't vote for Kamala, we ended up with him. Yeah, they didn't want him. My group of people didn't want neither, but instead of voting for one, we ended up with this one, which is not. Yeah, and when I say that some of the Republicans are regretting their vote, they are. If you want, I could pull some people up. I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to find. I'm sure it would not be very hard to find. Hello, Cassie Bear. Hello, Dalla. I think this is a picture of William and his mom. Is this not it? It's pretty anyway. Okay, I will get that one. I will look up that one. The top 10. Okay. This one was getting good too. I mean, the fact that they're coming to your door asking, do you want license is pretty, pretty annoying. I know, right, Maureen? I would be too. The jail thing would scare the hell out of me. Yeah. It is beautiful. I don't know. I haven't been following it. I really don't know. Yeah, it's adorable. You know, someone probably got jealous of that, you know, Meghan and Harry. You know, they don't like for them to updo them. This was a big updo. This was a big one. Okay, let me go back to the TV license. And then I'm going to look for the top 10 lies that people tell. Let's see if I can do it this way. Here it is. Top 10 most viewed TV shows of the last 10 years. No. Here it is.
Here are the top 10 lies. Oh, hang on. Sorry, force of habit. Here are the top 10 lies told to you by TV licensing. You can be caught watching TV by a detective van.
Detective van.
No, although
That's what it's called. That's what Demon Dictator called it. A detector van. They go around and they detect to see if you have license or not.
there were some vans with TV licensing or detective van written on them, they never really existed, and it wasn't really possible to tell what you were watching. Now, in the history of the prosecutions for TV licensing, no one has ever been prosecuted with evidence given by a detective van. So that tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it? If they had these vans, why would they not use the
detective van?
If you fail to get in touch, you risk prosecution. Now, on some of the letters they send out, they try and be as threatening as possible.
Did you
If
hear
you don't talk
what
to
he
us, you risk
said?
prosecution. Utter nonsense. If you want to speak to these people,
Did you hear what he said? He said, you will come across, I'm going to slow it down because he's talking a little fast. The detective vans, okay, they're come around and detect to see if you have it or not. Let's go back, okay? I don't want to miss it. I feel like he was going too fast. Anyway, they have a van that goes around and detect to see if you have license or not. That is some like a radar. Detective vans. They're not real. Yes, that's what Demon Dictator said. Yeah, oh, Cassie Bear says it's just a threat. What do you guys say? Maureen says she doesn't want to get caught without hers because she just don't want to have the hassle. But the mere fact that they would even put that on a letter is enough, that they would even threaten you. Prosecution, if you don't get your license for your telly. As kids, Demon Dictator says, as kids, we used to knock on all the doors and say the detector vans are coming. Oh, shit. Were they really coming, Demon Dictator? You never seen a detective van? Cassie Bear says she's never seen one. It was rough, but I was blessed to have an amazing family. Oh, they were the best support team in taking care of me. They kept me going to survive the cancer. That's good, Cassandra. I'm glad you beat your cancer. Stay blessed. That's beautiful. It really is. So, yes, I think after a while, people didn't think the vans were real. Well, let's see what he has to say. Detective.
No, you can't. Although there were some vans with TV licensing or detector van written on them, they never really existed, and it wasn't really possible to tell what you were watching.
Okay, so they didn't really exist, and they couldn't tell what you were watching. Okay. Who came up with the lie? That is funny as heck. That goes to show you that the people really probably thought there was a van. The BBC had you working for them as kids. I'm back watching and listening while cleaning, reeling, and repotting my bloom lads for outside display. Oh, look at you all in the garden and gardening, Michelle. Could and may are not definite, just a threat. That is so mean.
Now, in the history of the prosecutions for TV licensing, no one has ever been prosecuted with evidence given by a detector van. So that tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it? If they had these vans, why would they not use the evidence from them? If you fail to get in touch, you risk prosecution. Now, on some of the letters they send out, they try and be as threatening as possible. And they say, if you don't talk to us, you risk prosecution. Utter nonsense. If you want to speak to these people, it's completely optional. If you want to, you can. If you don't want,
that is very scary to say, I'm going to prosecute you if you don't have your Telly license. Like, that is like not fair. I was going to glue all my TV license letters together in the form of a tree, but now they just go straight in the fire. There were TV adverts saying the detector vans are in your area. Make sure you have your license. Oh my God. No freaking way. See, they were threatening you guys. Shit. Oh, I'm not buying what you're selling, and shut the door. I can see that, Cassie Bear. I can definitely see you doing that. It's 180 pounds. I think that's what Maureen said. That's how much the Telly license are. Yeah, that's really a fear campaign, because I would have been scared. I would have been like, look, we're going to be prosecuted. It says it right here on this form. Shoot. If we don't get the license, we're going to jail. Oh.
have to. They're just trying to scare you. You must respond to our letters.
Ooh.
Again, it's completely optional. All they're trying to do is scare good people like you and me into paying for a service that we may not need.
You must.
Don't be scared by their letters. They're completely optional if you want to talk to them. If you don't, get rid of the letters, throw them in the bin, shred them, compost and burn them. Whatever you want to do, just do that. We may visit you to check whether you need a license or not. Now, if you've declared you don't need a license, or if you're just blanking them, you may very well get a visit from the people called the goons. Now, these people will try and get access to your property. Their only job in life is to sell you a license or get you a fine for not having a license.
A fine?
So they need to get into your property to convince you that you need a license, but they have no right to. So the standard advice for this is just close the door. So be polite, get the door closed. Do not sign anything that they ask you to sign. Just shut the door. They don't need to enter your house. You don't need to prove anything to them. Get the door closed. TV licensing may imply or even clearly say, I'm not from TV licensing. Now, when the goons come at your door, they might say, I'm not from TV licensing, or just imply it. But in fact, their charter states that they must clearly identify themselves. So this is probably just a tactic to get access to your property so they can try and sell you a license. These guys are sales agents. That's their job. And when was the last time you let a sales agent who randomly knocked on your door into your house? So get the door shut. Don't sign anything. Don't talk to them. TV licensing consistently say you may be fined up to £1,000. In reality, the average fine is about 176 quid. But the giving out of the fines is a very rare thing indeed. Not that they want you to know that. They want you to think they're fining people all over the shop so that you'd be scared enough to pay for a TV license. Don't worry about it. On the TV licensing website, they state if you use Amazon Prime or Now TV or YouTube, you need a TV license. Now, they've worded this in a way to scare normal people into paying for a license they may not need. If you read it carefully, it does say that if you watch anything live on these services, you need a TV license. But many people don't read it carefully. So they just see, oh no, Amazon Prime, Now TV, they've covered it, now I can't go license free. Don't worry. You can watch live TV on Now TV especially, but there are some live sports and things on Amazon Prime as well. But if you don't use that service, you don't need a TV license. So you can use Now TV all you want. You can use Netflix, Amazon Prime, all you want. Don't worry. As long as you don't use the live features, they're just trying to scare you into paying for a license.
Wow.
If you own a TV and you watch stuff on it, then you have to have a TV license. Now, it doesn't actually state this on the TV license website, but it doesn't actually tell you it's not true either. Now, back in the day, you may have had to have a TV license if you owned a TV. That is not the case anymore. The license is based on what you use your equipment to do. So if you don't watch live TV or use BBC iPlayer, you don't need a TV license. No problem. Have as many TVs as you want. You can have thousands of TVs in your house. The license is based on what you use those TVs for. TV licensing is not an entity in itself. That's right. TV licensing is just a brand name from the BBC. The BBC have full and total control over TV licensing. They employ a third-party company called Capita to police it and to enforce it. But it's all BBC. You can't film me without my permission. Now, many people who get visits from the goons do like to film them. And in many ways, it's not a bad idea for your own security and your own protection to show that they're not trying to fit you up. But many people do try and have an argument on their doorstep so they can put it on YouTube. I don't agree with that part of it, okay? But the goons will say to you, if you start filming, you can't film me without my permission. This is utter nonsense. If they're standing on your property, you have every right to film them. They can't say no. But even if your front door walks straight out onto the pavement, for instance, and they're standing on the public street, you can still film them without their permission. It's allowed to film people on a public street without permission. So don't worry about it. If you want to record it for your own safety and security to show you're not getting fit up or anything, then you film it and you don't worry about what they say about it, all right? So just a quick video today. That was the top 10 lies told by TV licensing. Do you have any others? If you do, leave them in the comments below and maybe we'll do a follow-up to this video as well.
That was fun.
Thanks for watching.
I do like this one too. The one we were just watching, and it said, Hold on. Hold on, where was it? They're finally coming for me. He's got the red slip. He's got a red slip. Search warrant threat. Ooh. Okay. Let me know if you want to see another video, or let's move on to Nancy. Okay. I think it's just interesting and hilarious about the Telly license. But he's got a red slip and everything. Oh, wow. Snowdrop, really? Bye, Daisy Lee. Have a good one. Demon and paid it for years and was sick of British propaganda and all of the fake news. So they stopped paying and the letters now go in the bin. Oh, boy. Canada and my data breach lawsuit with them. What? Oh, you are, Snowdrop? I hope you win. Oh, I got to take my WIT next week. I've been putting it off, Snowdrop, but I'm going to go do it next week. Wow, they gave you a license at the checkout. Wow, I told them if I can buy a TV and pay to block out the rancid PDF basic BBC, I might buy a TV. Okay, let's move on, guys. Okay, let's see what's going on with Nancy. Like, do they know anything new going on? Is there anything new happening? I enjoyed that, though. I could watch him again.
Regarding Andrew, I think he should be treated like everybody else. If this was...
We will check on Andrew at some time. I don't know when, but let's see what's going on with Nancy.
Fox News alert, the FBI has recovered new images from Nancy Guthrie's home cameras. Pictures from her front door, driveway, and backyard show people and cars in the days leading up to her disappearance. But they're still missing critical footage of the night she went missing. And sources say that's odd.
No drop.
And the FBI says they don't have any plans to release the new images. And they're still hunting for new leads. They've even reportedly questioned employees at a Mexican restaurant where Nancy taped a segment with Savannah for the Today Show months before she vanished.
What made you want to stay in Tucson and plant roots?
It's so wonderful. Just the air, the quality of life is laid back and gentle. Yeah, I like to watch the javelina eat my plants.
But the best thing about Tucson is coming home and
Yes.
seeing you guys. Should we raise a glass? Prickly Pear Margarita? Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you.
Love you.
Nancy's been missing for 6 weeks now. Police still don't have any updates. The sheriff, he's still talking, telling Tucson, lock your door.
We believe we know why he did this, and we believe
Here is
that he was
incompetent.
targeted, but we can't. We're not 100% sure of that, and so it'd be silly to tell people, yeah,
He's incompetent. He don't know what.
don't worry about it.
He don't know what the heck is going on with Nancy. If he had given it over to the FBI in the beginning, in the first place, and not contaminate the crime scene, then we would know a little bit more. I think you failed us, Sir Charles. What's his name? I called him Sir Charles.
You're not his target. Don't think for a minute that because it happened to the Guthrie family, you're safe. No, keep your wits about you.
So this was
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're not his target. Don't think for a minute targeted, but we're not 100% sure of that. And
you don't know nothing. He doesn't know anything. Are you kind of frustrated with his situation? We believe we know why he did this, but I'm not going to tell you why. Really, Lisa B? Tell us. And who is he? Nancy Loves looks like a very warm and loving woman. She does. Lay back, to herself, just, retired, doing her thing and loving life. He is talking stupid, talking about don't count the fact out. This could happen again, because they don't know if it was either random or if it was planned. This sucker was planned to the T. She lives all the way out there in Timbuktu. Ain't no crime out there. You leave your front door open and your garage door open, and well, you really don't. And she had security. She did. Let's see what else he got to say.
so it'd be silly to tell people, yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's silly to tell people don't worry about it.
You're not his
So
target.
he wants to scare the hell out of
Don't
everybody.
think for a minute that because it happened to
You know what I'm
the
saying?
Guthrie family.
I'm going to rewind it a little bit more so you guys can hear the whole thing. But listen to what he says, and then we'll talk about it.
For a minute that because it happened to the Guthrie family, you're safe. No, keep your wits about you.
So this was a targeted hit, but neighbors should be worried? It's been almost 2 months. We need more answers.
That it was targeted, but we're not 100% sure of that. And so it'd be silly to tell people, yeah, don't worry about it. You're not his target. Don't think for a minute that because it happened to the Guthrie family, you're safe. No, keep your wits about you.
So this was a target.
You know what? The more he talks, the more he sounds, the more incompetent he gets. Is that a joke, Debbie? Yes, he should. He's talking about, I don't know if it's being targeted. You should know that or not. And then why is he scaring the hell out of the other neighbors? They already know to be on guard, to be on lookout, to be on what's the name. I'm sure I would be. But the mere fact that he's scaring the hell out of them doesn't help. Oh, keep your wits about yourself. That's okay to say. But don't get too comfortable because he could come for you too. Okay.
Targeted hit, but neighbors should be worried? It's been almost 2 months. We need more answers. The sheriff only has
Debbie. We need more answers.
I think from day one, we had some strong beliefs about what happened, and those beliefs haven't diminished.
Do you believe it was a burglary gone wrong?
I'm not going to get into those theories. We have our beliefs. Everybody else has theirs.
So no.
I mean, what? Did that help you out of any? Did that give you any more help with what's going on? We have our beliefs, but I'm not going to tell you. We have our theories, but we're not going to tell you. We're doing this, but we're not going to tell you. You have your theory, but you keep saying you have no leads. So which is it? Hello? Which is it? I'm like this gentleman here on Fox News. What is going on here with the investigation? what is going on with you finding Nancy. Why is it so difficult? There's a $1 million reward out there. There is something fishy about this whole situation. Exactly. What the heck? What the heck are you talking about? He sounds like he's mumbling. He sounds like Meghan.
I think from day one, we had some strong beliefs about what happened, and those beliefs haven't diminished.
Do you believe it was a burglary gone wrong?
I'm not going to get into those theories. We have our beliefs. Everybody else has theirs.
So no updates, no suspects, no clue where Nancy is. Is the case cold? We hope not. We're still praying for Nancy and her safe return. Chris Swecker is a former FBI assistant director. So, Chris, there have been showing, I guess, an ability to extract more images from the home cameras from all over the place, but nothing new from that night. Is that weird?
Well, I think it depends on whether those are motion-activated cameras, which I think they are. And if the FBI, and I think the FBI is in the lead here behind the scenes, if the FBI thought those videos could help solve this, I mean, help the public, help us solve the investigation, they would do that. But they're not releasing it. That tells me that they don't think it's all that relevant, or they're running it out themselves first. But every time the sheriff talks, I get less and less confidence about the investigation in this case.
What do you make about looking more closely at this Mexican restaurant?
I think it's a logical lead. You know, we've been sort of play-by-playing this investigation since day one, and all these little things come out in dribs and drabs. It's hard to get excited about any one particular lead at this point, or any one particular overt investigative act, and that's what we're seeing now is, you know, sparsely spaced out now, but overt investigative acts get noticed, and we make a lot out of it. But I just don't see that as being a breakthrough or representing a breakthrough in the case.
Is this case cold?
I don't know if we can call it cold, but I would call it lukewarm and cooling off pretty quickly. I think they're still going through a lot of data. The FBI analysts in the background are crunching through a lot of the data. I think the video is painstaking because it has to be real time, you know, frame by frame review. And I think there's a lot of it to review. And I think there's a lot of stores in the area and outside the area looking for that merchandise that was purchased. And that has to be, you know, reviewed by analysts as well. 40,000 tips and leads. They're still chewing through all of that. So I still hold a lot of hope that something's going to match up. Some pieces of evidence are going to link together, and we'll get a solution to this case.
What's your read on the sheriff?
I think the sheriff's all over the place. You know, he does have a reputation. But even before this case happened, you know, he's cooling off pretty quickly. I think they're still going through a lot of data. The FBI analysts in the background are crunching through a lot of the data. I think the video is painstaking because it has to be real time, you know, frame by frame review. And I think there's a lot of it to review. And I think there's a lot of stores in the area and outside the area looking for that merchandise that was purchased. And that has to be, you know, reviewed by analysts as well. 40,000 tips and leads. They're still chewing through all of that. So I still hold a lot of hope that something's going to match up. Some pieces of evidence are going to link together, and we'll get a solution to this case.
What's your read on the sheriff?
Not the dog, the bounty hunter. The sheriff.
I think the sheriff's all over the place. You know, he does have a reputation of being a curmudgeon. You know, hard to get along with. Many of his own sheriff's deputies have left the department. A lot of experience has left the department. We've learned over the last few weeks, not over the last few weeks, but even before this case happened. You know, he demoted his pilot, the only person that could have got up in the air in the first hours of the kidnapping, and used the FLIR radar, the FLIR heat-seeking equipment to try to find someone in the desert. Other specialists were demoted as well, from what I understand. So, I'm gonna give them a D- on this case so far. I think the FBI is carrying the load in the background.
D-.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just totally. Now, I believe that this sheriff is now my number one suspect, according to Snowdrop. Okay. Lisa B says, how does this family move on? I would not be able to function if one of my parents vanished and no answer. I know it would be very difficult. I think we need to organize a search for the sheriff's brain. He's not doing good. I say a theory is okay if there is evidence to support it, and it still might not be right. Good point, Debbie. But it's okay to have a theory. Yeah, I was muted. Thank you. Thank you. Follow the evidence. Number one thing. Yep. Follow it. It feels like the sheriff is almost lazy. Like, yeah, we're doing that. Whatever. It doesn't sound like he's on the job, you know? Yes, he should tell us. He's being very vague about what to tell us. They dropped the ball from day one. FBI should have been involved in a search party, should have went out right away, not 3 weeks later. What a mess. Okay, guys, guess what? AT2 did a video on Meghan and the whole. I want to know, do you guys want to watch it? Because I think it would be a good deep dive if you guys want to do that. But they're talking about Meghan, and when Meghan came and said that she was the racism situation, and all of that is in this one thing, and you can see what other people think other than us, because AT2 was almost on the royal Meghan side, if you will. You guys want to see it? Put a 1 in the chat if you do. Put a 2 in the chat. Okay. I love it. I love it when you guys just say yes. Let's go for it. Let's do this.
Oh, man. That's tough coming from you, Chris. We appreciate always your analysis. Again, we're just waiting for a safe return and praying for Nancy. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Okay, where was it? Here it is. The View owes Sherry and Underwood an apology after this on-air stunt. Okay, here we go.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2 here. Sorry about the technical difficulties. My internet was Hello, everybody. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel.
Hit the like
all
button,
that good
guys.
stuff. So, like I said, earlier in the week, I had posted this clip of Cheryl Underwood being caught off guard and set up by The View. She was asked about her beef with Sharon Osbourne. Mind you, the segment had nothing to do with Cheryl Underwood and her issue with Sharon Osbourne. However, they decided to bring it up, and you could tell this was a total setup by The View producers. Now, I want to go ahead and show the clip, and then I'm going to take y'all back to a few years ago when her and Sharon, and I don't even want to say they got into it. Sharon basically screamed and reprimanded Cheryl for calling her out on her BS. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the throwback clip after we watch this.
Okay. We have to watch the throwback clip. Do you remember when Sharon Osbourne was on The View, well, on her show, and she was trying to defend Piers Morgan from the statement that Meghan had made about suicide, unaliving herself, and also about Archie's skin color? Well, Piers Morgan didn't believe it, and Osbourne spoke up, and she ended up losing her job or walking out. But they're talking about that moment. And so, and then we're going to fast forward it and watch the actual what happened with the incident. Does that make sense? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are with me. If not, I'll explain it again. But I want to make sure we're on one accord. All right, good. So we're going to watch her trying to explain what happened.
And so I need to remind y'all how this whole segment was messed up. This is from earlier in the week. This is Tuesday. This was the clip that I did a reaction to that y'all said I didn't know what I was talking about and I was blowing it out of proportion.
Zoe reignited a 15-year feud with her former assistant, Brad Gorski. When asked about former employees, she said it's triggering because some assistants have been like family, but there's also been betrayal and dishonesty. Gorski responded on Instagram posting that it, quote, is triggering for assistants too.
Oh.
So if everybody's triggered, what do you do?
Yeah, they're beefing. I think it's about whether or not you can really reconcile with someone who you've had, that kind of public argument with, public disagreement. I'm gonna turn to you. Okay, because I remember about 5 years ago, you had an on-air, pretty big spat with Sharon Osbourne.
Feud.
It was a feud over race.
Well, really, the only feud I like is Celebrity Family Feud.
I like that too. Yes.
I was on 3 times. I won twice, but I don't really like to. I don't like to beef with my coworkers. But what would you like to?
What was the fight about? What was the fight about?
That's what she was like. I don't really like to beef with my coworkers, but what would you like to? That was her way of like, what you getting at? Like, what you trying to tell me right now? That's what Cheryl was doing.
No.
I don't know. I was sitting in the middle of it, looking around, going, "What the hell? What is going on?"
What I remember is that it started because Prince Harry and Meghan Markle did that Oprah Winfrey interview, and the Duchess said, "I experienced racism at the hands of the royal family," and Piers Morgan, sort of who's Sharon Osbourne's friend, really went into it and was.
Did you see how she stated it? Let's be clear, because this is going to be important later on. She said she experienced racism, not unconscious bias, not it wasn't. She said, Meghan said that she was singled out and experienced racism in the castle, in the royal sphere. She experienced racism. That's what she said. But we all know Meghan did not have an experience with racism. Harry had a conversation that he came back and told Meghan. And I believe that he twisted the story. They both twisted the story. And then it came out that, maybe calling the family racist is going too far, Meghan. Let's call it unconscious bias. Then they changed it. But she said that racism. So that's good to remember.
Defending the royal family and saying that that was not racism. And I think at that point, Sharon Osbourne got involved and defended Piers Morgan and said that there wasn't racism.
Well, what I can talk about, because I am writing a book called I'm Fat Because of You, and this will be in the book, but I can say this. It was really a little bit before that, because Black Twitter, Black social media, undefeated, okay?
It is.
So
Yes.
what happened when you start talking about Meghan Markle, and I had said to Pierce when he came on the show, and to Sharon, y'all got to get off Meghan Markle. We will not let you drag her because her mama is from Windsor Hills.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like this is part of the Sussex squad, in my opinion. Because when Meghan came over here, and after she did that interview, people were split. And when she say Black Twitter, I guess Black Twitter was saying at the time, leave Meghan alone. Black Twitter ain't saying that no more. I don't remember it saying it, but that's what she said. And so telling us to leave Meghan alone, for what? Meghan started this circus. She started this spectacle. She started lying. Just the other day, I said to myself that unbelievable that I'm keeping up with this con artist delude. I wasn't up to date with Dallas about who shot JR. I like that, Marine. Yes. So let's continue.
Meghan is in Windsor Palace. We can't let you drag her, especially if she's saying not just racism, her mental health.
Yes.
So we couldn't drag. But I will say this, that I still believe there's some love between me and Sharon Osbourne. I tried to reach out when Ozzy passed. I love her, but
so you guys had two different opinions about the situation, which is fair. That doesn't mean that Osbourne doesn't have the right to say what she wants to say about Meghan and Piers Morgan. So they, to me, if I'm making sense at all, still have the right to have their own opinion. And she's trying to still protect Meghan.
But sometimes you find out your coworkers, your colleague, or you hope that it doesn't get as big. But I guess my question to y'all is: this a very
watch this? Oh, sorry, you guys.
very special episode of The View? Is somebody backstage? Is something about to happen? Is something? Is she back? Is she back there? Is she back?
Come on out, Sharon.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't sit next to somebody for that amount of time and don't have no love. And the reason people say, well, Cheryl, when it happened, why didn't you reach out? I'm afraid to leave a voicemail because in the business we in, your voicemail will show up somewhere or be misunderstood. So I'd rather be.
And I want to add to that. One of the girls, I think her name is Elaine or Eileen, or I think it's Elaine, who used to be a co-host on The Talk. Sharon Osbourne had released a backstage conversation that she had with her about the whole racism thing. So again, Cheryl is right for that. Like, no, I'm not going to leave a voicemail because you probably gonna leak it out to everybody. So yeah, she's smart in that.
He was ambushed. We're gonna
Quiet
watch it.
than to continue to hurt people, because I'm gonna have to face God one day.
Right.
I haven't done everything right, but if somebody could pull us together, what Howard Stern, pull us together.
Well,
y'all pull us together.
Would you accept that meeting? Because in 2024, look at me, I'm like reporting this stuff.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But in 2024, she said that she regrets apologizing to you.
Who said that, Sharon?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me tell you what I feel about that. I sat next to her for years, and I do believe that when she's hurt, she's really hurt.
Yeah.
And maybe there were some things that both of us could have done differently.
Right.
I believe that what really happened to me, I had got into a couple of problem discussions on the talk.
It happens.
It
happens.
Right. Y'all know. Amen. Right? And God let me live to correct some of the things that I say and correct myself.
God.
Listen, Joy is nasty. Listen to this.
Canceled that show.
Well, and that is why. And that is why I'm on the I Need a Job tour, because I need a job. But Joy, you've had your situation with people, and that you don't have.
How dare you?
You're right. How dare you not? Well, listen, you talked about a show I was on that got canceled, baby. I gotta give you something back. But what I'm saying,
but I'm still here.
Right? And I'm a guest, and I'm trying to come back. So, I'm trying to come back.
But what I want to know, Sharon, when you go, I'm fat because of you, and you looked at me. Why are you fat because of me?
That's the name of the book. The name of the book.
But you were looking right over here.
What did you want to ask?
What I was going to say is it so often comes down to families deal with this all the time. And I think you have to have two good faith participants who are truly looking to accept their part.
Yeah.
And if you can't come to the table with...
And Sharon was not a good faith. No, not at all. Still, like Sunny said, in 2024, she said she's not apologetic, like she doesn't care about Cheryl. So again, it is what it is. But the fact that Joy tried to say, yeah, and God canceled your show, do you not think that The View can be canceled too? Like, how dare you? And like, you can't even say, oh,
that was wrong of her to do and come out with that smarter do remark about her show being canceled. How rude and disrespectful. Ill. Like, ill. Like, that's not cool. Is it? At all. Okay, listen, I got a sound effect I'm going to do. There we go.
Oh, that was just a little joke. Like, no, Joy meant that. She meant that. She had a smug look on her face when she said it.
That you're only responsible for you, not the other person.
That's right.
You may never mend
She's
the way.
our resident therapist.
True,
Thank
but
you.
I will tell
Pay
you
a lot
this.
of money for this. Thank you.
Well, I will tell you this. I stepped in a couple of things. One with the Queens of Comedy.
I have never been in a friendship relationship with a person, and it's gone so bad that I've never spoke to them again. Like, that's never happened to me before, except this time with Maggot. Like, and I don't really consider her a friend. It was fake. But that was a relationship. I feel like I was in a bad relationship. Hello, Paula. Come up. What's up? I am live. How are you? I sent you a little text to do and said, what's going on with Paula? No, we're talking about when Sharon Stone, is it not Sharon Stone, Osborne, the Osborne mom, and Pierce, she took up for Pierce Morgan. And everybody was coming after her on her show. I know, right? With their controversial self. Debbie. Yeah. Well, it is good to see you, Paula. Let's put some hearts in the chat for Paula for me. And some fans. Yes. Hello, Paula.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
I got to tell you, I'm chewing my fingernails over that, whatchamacallit, Rihanna, the shooting.
Oh, yes. What, you heard some new news?
Well, I heard that that girl might not be that deranged and there might be some connection going on there.
With Jay-Z?
ASAP.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, right?
Wow. Yeah, where him and her had like a thing going.
Well, it's just so weird, so random.
Well, I thought so too at first. And then I saw her videos. Did you see her videos?
Yes, yes, yes.
Then that's when I started thinking that, okay, something's off here. Hello.
Yes. Hello, how are you? It's just that I was like trying not to get Siri in the shot because she's bitching at me the whole day.
Oh, trust me, I know about someone barking at you or fussing at you. Mine does. Yes, so that's interesting. I was going to talk about that a little bit, but they had mentioned Jay-Z. Salone did.
Well, Rihanna, isn't it odd? Because, well, the girl allegedly drove all the way from Florida. That's a long drive.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, she drove in her Tesla all the way from Florida because they keep referring to her as the Florida woman, the Florida woman. And she must have had info that they were at the house because Rihanna is usually not there.
Right.
Then she must have known that they were in the Airstream because they were in an Airstream outside, like a big bus.
Yeah.
Because she shot at it. She knew that they were there.
Wow. Wow. She knew that they were there.
Yes. And the videos that she's made is like, oh my God. There is a backstory there. Let's not forget that ASAP was whatchamacallit, he was in a trial or something like that.
Yeah. He had a gun and all that situation.
Yes. And let's not forget that that Rock Nation and Jay-Z are still very much involved with Rihanna.
Right. Yeah, that is true. Wow. There could be a multitude.
Yeah, it's just so weird, so random. You know what I mean?
Random. Yeah.
And of course, I want to know. We are inquiring minds and we need to know.
Yeah, we do. Have you reported on it?
No, I am going to the video. I want to do more because I actually follow this girl called Christina Randall, and she does true crime stuff. And
I like that.
yeah, and she got these new videos and this new info, and I'm like, I just like to know more, a little bit more. So I'm actually doing a deep dive on ASAP and this girl. I'm trying to find where she might have connected with ASAP or Jay-Z.
Okay.
Because let's not forget that Florida is a very shady place. We've seen Meghan Markle there, Diddy there, Eugenie and Beatrice there.
Yeah, we have. What's going on with Beatrice and Eugene? They can't go to the Ascot, I heard.
Well, I don't know. The palace hasn't said that they can't. This is just a reporter who said that.
Oh, okay. They're probably going to feel a little funny if they went, though, right?
I don't know. They don't care. They have no shame. These people have no shame. It's like this reporter. Oh my God, Leticia, this reporter who considers himself a royal expert. He said that Princess Diana was preparing Harry to be king. I almost fell off my chair. That is such BS. Even Harry said that his mom referred to him as a spare because he could do everything, and William had a heavy burden on him and everything, and she was preparing him for it, and that Harry was there to be a support. So now they're framing it that Harry was always that Diana wanted Harry to be king. This must be some sort of paid palace crap.
Yeah, that's that stupid stuff. That ain't making no sense.
Yeah.
Well, do you think that, okay, so what about this $3,000 a meal? Me and Snowdrop said we were going to go.
Well, they go, oh, Meghan Markle sold the tickets, 300 tickets. She's not getting.
Really? Is that what she's saying?
They said that she sold out the tickets, but there were only 300 tickets.
I don't believe that.
No, there were only 300 tickets.
She sold out of them?
Yeah, but it's only 300 tickets, Leticia. I can sell 300 tickets.
Buy one.
Well, probably Meghan and people in Soho House, because Soho House, she's going with Marcus Anderson, who's the global ambassador for Soho House. And Soho House is opening in Australia this year. And the woman came out, the podcaster came out and said that Meghan Markle is not getting paid any money because she doesn't have any money.
So the $3,000 goes to who?
Organizing the event, to organize the event, the hotel and everything. Oh, but don't worry. They're gonna, they're getting a gift bag, right? Hello?
Yeah, they're getting a gift bag.
But guess what's in the gift bag?
What's in the gift bag? Oh,
$500 worth of as ever products.
Yeah, her products.
Yeah, that menstruation looking spread, that disgusting looking orange crap.
Yeah.
That nasty tasting wine, those dry, horribly tasting flower sprinkles. I mean, that wickless candle.
Wickless candle.
So she's paying to go to the event. But to me, I believe that she has something darker with Soho House.
Oh.
Harry's only getting paid $50,000. That's nothing for this kind of man.
That's
it.
Expenses.
And I mean, just the tickets, the first class tickets to Australia from LA. Marcus is going. Harry's going. Meghan is going. The bodyguards are going, and the bodyguards have to fly with them in first class to protect them, right? And they have 3 bodyguards. So just in tickets alone is almost 140,000, because of course they're going to fly first class. They're not going to fly business or economy.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Are they running out of money?
Pardon me?
Are they running out of money?
I don't know, but I wonder who's paying. Harry and Meghan must be getting paid for this, because $50,000 for Harry to fly just the 2 days, that's nothing for the money they need to make in order to maintain the kind of lifestyle Meghan aspires to fake to the world.
Wow.
Can you believe that? Yeah, but Michelle is saying Meghan charged the event for the overpriced poor quality products. Yes, but even that's not much money. Telling me they're going, I think they're only doing it because they want to say, oh, we went to Australia and put it in the CV.
Yeah, that's it. To just put it on her resume.
Yep.
Like she does. Because she's still building it for some reason. But half that stuff on there is fake-a-do.
Half? You're being too kind, Leticia. You're being too kind.
I am. I'm being too kind.
A one-ball prince and a stupid woman, like, I can't believe, this is stupid. This is really, really stupid. And did you see Oprah? What the hell's wrong with Oprah?
What? Where did you see her at?
Well, it was Stedman's birthday, and then she took with Gail to Paris, and then she was walking, and they said that it was because of her heels. You're right. Something is really wrong with that woman. And then her bestie, John of God, was just sentenced to 118 years of prison.
Oh.
Is that Brazilian dude that she did a whole show with?
Yeah, the one that was
Still.
a healer or something, or
He's in Brazil, and he pretended it's called John of God because he thought God was talking to him. And then it turns out that he was assaulting these women, and then he was killing and selling their organs.
Oh, wow.
And Oprah flew all the way to Brazil because he wouldn't come over to the United States. And she did a whole show, and now that the guy has been caught, she didn't say a word.
Yeah, and the show is probably missing in action. You probably can't find the show anywhere.
Yeah. Oh no, you can't. And then what? And Snowdrop is saying, what happened to the schools? I agree. Remember Oprah's school?
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. And them little kids, girls was being essayed, right?
Assaulted. One of them was forced to have an abortion and stuff like that. Was horrible.
Jesus. That is sad.
Yes, yes, yes. And what else is new? And did you see the lawsuit against Harry, Meghan Markle, Jay-Z, Beyonce? I guess you don't watch my videos, huh? Beyonce, Tyler Perry, Kim Kardashian, Nicki Minaj, and Diddy. It was filed in Georgia on July 2nd, 2025. And they're all charged as named as defendants for trafficking, exploitation, censorship, threats.
Wow.
Yes, yes, Latisha. You know that? If I had been Harry and Meghan, I would have asked the judge to remove our names from that lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
But nope. And now the judge, they tried to have it dismissed because it's against JCB on set as well. They tried to have it dismissed, and the judge said, They said this is moving forward. So now, if Harry and Meghan have nothing to do with it, I don't understand why they haven't asked the judge. I would have filed a motion immediately. I don't want my name associated to Epstein.
Yeah.
And did you know that? You remember Rick Hoffman?
No.
Oh, yes. He is one of the lead actors in Suits.
Oh, okay.
Rick Hoffman was in an email right now with Jeffrey Epstein in 2014 when he said, is the plane ready to go from Vancouver to your island?
Oh, wow.
And Meghan took off with this Rick Hoffman while she was still married to Trevor Engelson. She took off with him to Paris.
Oh, wow.
And Meghan goes to Vancouver a lot.
Hold on, sweetheart.
That's okay. Don't worry. Well, Leticia is there. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? I was shocked out of my ass because I was like, oh my God. So Rick Hoffman is linked to Jeffrey Epstein, and he's been to Jeffrey Epstein's island. And Meghan Markle was in Vancouver, and don't forget that, what's his name? Marcus, Meghan's pimp, was also living in Vancouver. I think he still does when he's not pimping Meghan Markle around. Snowdrops, do you think she'll go private? I don't think she'll go private. Unless Ron Burkle gives him the plane, because of course, I really do think that this is linked to Soho House. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys there? I don't know where Leticia went. I think Leticia's having a crisis somewhere. I don't even know why Oprah and Gayle don't come out. I don't understand why they don't want to come out of the closet, you know? It's such a weird thing. Did you guys watch the Oscars? Are you guys watching the Oscars? Hello?
Thank you.
You're there, yes. So Rick Hoffman was caught going to the island of Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, let me see if I can show you who he is, because once you see him, you'll know who he is. Once you see him, you'll know who he is. Okay, let me get here because I have the likes here. Let me see. Okay, bye bye, little lamb. How do you know it?
That man's at home. He didn't. He do a low profile.
Okay, I'm going to share this with you here and see if you want to share this. This is from on X. Are you sharing it?
Yeah.
This is from Saida Sapieva, and this is mailed to Rick Hoffman with copy of Leslie Groff, Saida Sapieva, Mark Stolin, and Vancouver Island. And then it's I wonder if this is the same Saida where Meghan is also named in an email. I wanted to confirm that we're planning to fly from Vancouver to your island on the 21st. This is 21st of February. My talk is in their session at 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the 21st and can leave anytime after that. I need to get back to Boston on the 23rd. I assume I should be arranging my own travel from the island on the 23rd. And I'm going to show you who he is. You know who he is.
Oh, yes, I do. He's that actor.
Well, that's what I told you. He was acting in Suits. And she took off with him to Paris. Oh, did you see the picture that Prince William put out? What a
Yes,
lovely
that's so beautiful.
You know, I kind of miss Princess Diana. She's turning 65 this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Right? Can you imagine? She would be one of the most glamorous women on earth. Look how beautiful Catherine.
She is.
Her eyes are so pretty because they're so clean, you know?
Yeah. They sparkle.
Yeah. And this is the guy. See, this is him. It says in May 2013, Rachel was listed as married to Trevor, but this did not stop her from traveling to Paris with Hoffman.
Oh.
That's them in Paris together.
Uh-oh.
That's him.
Oh, wow.
The man, Rick Hoffman. Meghan with Rick Hoffman.
Wow.
Isn't that something, Cristiano? I love you. Isn't that something? Look at Cristiano here. Look at Cristiano. Look at that jump. Look at that jump, Cristiano. I love you.
Wow.
That's almost 2-meter high. You know? And then this is them talking about the Sussex's return. It says the Sussexes aimed for nothing less than to be reinstated in London by the king as trusted members of the royal family. The vehicle for the triumphant return would be the Invictus Games to be held in July 2027 in Birmingham. From the outset, Harry had plotted for the king to open the games as the backdrop for Meghan, accompanied by their children, to dominate the media.
So are they saying they taking the kids?
I don't think Meghan is ever gonna share this stage with anybody because she knows that the second she shares the stage with the kids, it's game over for her.
Right.
You know, it's game over for her. And this is them saying that this is what she wants to do. Look at
Oh, that is so tacky. Oh, God. This was the worst PR moment of all time. Look how short that thing is.
You know what the worst part of it all is? Is that in her mind, she only hears the claps. But they're clapping. They're clapping for me. For me.
Yeah. Yeah. Odd. Just odd.
It's like, really, Meghan Markle is the kind of person everybody will be saying, boo, bitch,
Yeah,
right?
what are you
And if there's one person clapping, that's the only thing she will hear, the clapping. She's wearing flip-flops. She's showing her snatch all the way, you know, with those shorts. It's disgusting. This woman is appalling.
This is appalling. This is so like cringe. Get out of the way. Skadoodle.
Yeah, but she does, you know what I mean? It's like she's disgusting. Why did I like this?
And she pushes him out the way all the time. This is your ex?
Yeah, this is my ex. Let me see. Oh, they suspended this one again. And by the way, they're suspending all of our accounts.
Why?
I because we're being mass reported. Beatrice can't stop crying, and Eugenie has her head in the sand. Royal insiders tell Barbara Davis why the king is distancing himself from Andrew's highly strung daughters, and things could get a lot worse for them. Oh, this is the one that I was telling you. This is Oprah.
Oh.
When she went for that walk, it's like, oh my God. It's like she had pooped herself, and she was trying, And Oprah Winfrey claps back at haters after she's trolled for 90-year-old walk at Paris Fashion Week. Where's Stedman, Oprah? Where is Stedman?
Yeah.
Yeah,
where
is
is
Harry and Meghan are going to be looking at the new book. But it's insane. It's insane everything that's going on. And that Tom Bauer, how they clap back at the things that they said. Okay, no, how this is outrageous. Well, I wouldn't have clapped back. This is deranged. No, okay. What you would do is you do a breakdown of his allegations and say, this is wrong. You just go factual. You don't go emotional. You factually debunk that, right? You say, okay, he said that the seats were empty. No, here are the pictures. So what they do? They put their Sussex squad to post pictures of the whatchamacallit, of the stadium or whatever the hell it was that they were playing, and completely crowded. But that's only the night before Katy Perry played.
Oh.
Yes. But Tom Bauer is talking in the game that he went to Nigeria against the US, it was empty. They literally So it's like me saying, well, Canada, it's cold, and then you show me a picture of the Bahamas. No, it's not, Paula. It's hot. It's like, that's not Canada. That's Bahamas. What are you talking about? So that's a good comment. That's a good comment. Eugene signed her dignity away when she joined that Netflix show.
Oh, she did?
Well, she was in the Netflix show Harry and Meghan.
She was in that?
Yes, she was playing at the beach with her son. She brought her son, and Harry and Meghan used him pretending to be their kid, and it's not. The kid that Meghan Markle says is Archie. It's not. It's August.
Oh, okay. God, I forgot that part. Hello, it's all gone wrong.
Yep, but it's interesting, isn't it? It is interesting because people are saying, "Oh, poor girls! Oh my goodness, poor girls, poor girls."
Yeah, is that what they're doing? Poor Beatrice.
Yeah, poor girls. Poor girls. They're saying like, "Oh my God," that they're crying. They weren't crying when they were talking crap about bringing Jeffrey Epstein back into the fold. Oh, you want to see? Oh, this is good. I'm going to share this with you. This is Dr. Sophie Chandauka. Wait.
Oh, she says something new?
No, but this is from her. Listen to this. Are you sharing it?
Hold on.
Wait.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, wait, here.
What Prince Harry wanted to do was to eject me from the organization, and this went on for months. It went on for months through bullying, harassment. I have documentation. There were board meetings where members of the executive team and external strategic advisors were sending me messages saying, should I interrupt? Should I stop this? Oh my gosh, this is so bad. In fact, our strategic advisor for fundraising then sent me a message saying she wouldn't want to ever attend any more board meetings or bring her colleagues because of the treatment. When that failed, Prince Harry started to brief, and his team, sponsors that I'd been speaking to against me and the charity, because that is a sure way of getting me out if it's seen as though I'm not being successful in my fundraising efforts.
I obviously have to put this to both of you.
Yes.
What you're essentially saying...
Wow, he was plotting against her.
Duke of Sussex is guilty of harassment and bullying and improper conduct in the governance of a charity.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm going to give you a really good example. The only reason I'm here, Trevor, is because at some point on Tuesday, Prince Harry authorized the release of a damaging piece of news to the outside world without informing me, or my country directors, or my executive director. And can you imagine what that attack has done for me, on me, and the 540 individuals in the Centre Valley organizations and their family? That is an example of harassment and bullying at scale. And so if the world didn't want to believe that there's such a thing as bullying, this unleashing of the Sussex machine on me and the 540 employees at Centre Valley who received this and have had to defend it.
By the way, when you say the Sussex machine, what are you talking about?
The PR machine that supports Prince Harry's efforts. The only way we discovered of his decision was through the Sussex machine activating newspapers.
You were not told that he planned and the Princess planned to resign.
We were informed that they have the intention to withdraw if I went to the High Court.
Smack my ass. Isn't that something?
It is. It's like they were plotting against her.
Yeah, behind her back. They rather than talk, what they did is they said, "Oh, we're leaving. We're leaving."
Yeah, I remember that. That was good. And it did not make Mr. Harry look good at all.
They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They're literally a nasty pair. And it is insane. It is insane that we're still witnessing that crap and that they're still allowed to come back or anything.
Wow. I don't think you said that you think they're going to go back.
Well, yeah. But also other reporters have said the same thing. Richard Eden is convinced about that.
That's going to be interesting.
And did you see that in the trial against Harry against the newspaper, Rebecca English and Kristen Nichol came out and said, Kristen Nichol said, well, he even invited me to a private party and he requested me as a friend on Facebook.
He was doing something. Wow.
So, they're talking about the sources. He goes, what do you mean? And he said, I never socialized with him. What the hell is she going? He gave me his phone number. He requested me as a friend. We went to a party that he invited me to. He asked me to go back there. I mean, like,
yeah. Just lying.
It's disgusting. It is disgusting. It is.
Yeah. The lies of it all.
But anyways, I'm going to get going. I just wanted to say hello. And you can always ask me to come if you want to join me or if it's available for you, Leticia.
I am. I'm going to do a thumbnail and all that good stuff. And you come over and hang out with us.
Sure.
We'll dissect one of your videos.
Yo, you can come over my channel. That'd be fun.
Okay.
That'd be really, really fun. I want to do something about, I'm doing a deep dive on the girl because I think the answer to this Rihanna shooting is that girl.
Oh.
See, everybody's looking at A$AP and Jay-Z. I want to see what this girl has been up to. Deep dive, because if there's any links, if there's anything linking her back to A$AP or Jay-Z, then we know something else is going, because she accused him of being satanic, remember?
Yeah.
And don't forget that what Jay-Z allegedly did to Rihanna, how he got her when she was underage and locked her in a room and wouldn't let her leave until she signed with him.
Wow. I remember that.
Isn't that something? And did you see that Germany ended up paying for most of Invicta's games and not the donations? Germany, the government. Why are governments paying for this assholes, one bald prince?
Oh.
And it's the government who's paying Harry 26 million pounds. That's almost $35 million, Leticia, to host the games at Birmingham. While Birmingham and the United Kingdom, they're absolutely bankrupt. They don't have money to go to Birmingham, but they have 26 million pounds to give to this idiot.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
For him, for what? For that crap of the game?
Right.
He's gonna keep most of it.
Oh yeah.
So anyways, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna let you down. I'm sorry I interrupted your live.
Oh, that's okay. Come anytime. Thank you.
Yeah, but I'll get you going so you can come on my channel this coming week. We can do something fun. I just thought, like I do some if you can also investigate something about this girl, because you get more news in the state than I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got those videos of her talking about Rihanna, and like you said, saying different things about Rihanna, and not just Rihanna, but other stars like Kim Kardashian and some other
Kim
names.
Kardashian, they're all in the same group, Leticia. So it's not far-fetched that this woman saw all of these people there.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
That was weird. Yeah, that was just random.
They're all in this together. People forget that. It's like, they're all in it. Like, why would Meghan choose Tyler Perry to be the godfather to her daughter?
Right.
Because it's a private plane. To me, there's a payback that Meghan had to do for the things she did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe that.
If there's something that's not right, especially Meghan hates black people. So I think it was payback or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna do some deep dives. So I'll talk to you later, and I'll sort it out for you to come over. And thank you for having me today. I'm sorry I crashed your live.
Thanks for coming. No, we were watching this thing. We'll get back to it, but thank you so much for coming, and come anytime. I love interrupting. You bring the news.
Ooh, thank you. We have to do a deep dive on Rihanna and Oprah's Weird Walk. I'm also into Erica Kirk. I am literally watching all the channels. Ooh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for being so lovely. And you have a great night, guys.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Paula. Oh, that was a nice treat. Oh. Okay. Let's get back to the situation. Okay? Back to the situation. So here's the thing. Osborne and her had a disagreement earlier in another situation. And so they're asking her about it, and it's coming to an end. And then we're going to go see what actually happened between Osborne and Sherry, I believe her name is.
The other with my colleagues on the air. And I think what God did was show me you can be better. You can be better in front of that camera. Yeah. You can be better with everybody you come across. And I'm going to let you live so you can show better. So that day is why I didn't argue and cuss back and forward, because we represent women. And if they see us fighting each other, they will never see that women can come together and talk like we're talking.
Why do these
during Women's History Month? This is powerful. Shout out to all the women out there.
white people, hold on. I'm just curious. Why do these white people that you mentioned think that they know more about what racism is than Meghan Markle?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I don't get.
That's a whole nother segment. That's a whole.
Now, even that was a messed up question. Like, don't try to get me in trouble. Like, Cheryl Underwood said she's looking for a job. She on a I'm looking for a job tour. Exactly. And you're trying to sabotage her with her answering a messed up question like that. Because you cannot answer that question without being honest. It's because they think they know every goddamn thing. That's why they think they can tell us about racism. You know?
Oh, no, that's
several answers to that. But I will say, you do what you can.
So that's the end of that segment. So again, when I had mentioned it, people were all like, oh, you're blowing it out of proportion. There was another part to it. And listen, it don't matter what part was leading up to this. This being asked this question, obviously for something that was so traumatic for her. Yes, Cheryl is writing about it in her book, and so she probably couldn't go into full detail. But still, like, the situation that happened on the talk, it was nasty. I remember when this had first happened. So I want to go ahead and take it back and show you guys what actually went down, because I think people aren't understanding how nasty Sharon. It wasn't a spat or a back and forth. Sharon was completely out of line, nasty, and gutter butt. This is why Ozempic is taking her life away. It's literally sucking the life out of her because she's so goddamn evil. Here we go, you guys. Let me go ahead and pull up this clip right here. One moment. I wish you could share multiple screens at one time so then I could just switch it over, but you can't. So we got to deal with what we deal with. Shout out to StreamYard. They need to give me a discount. Here we go, you guys. So this is the original segment.
Started with the story everyone's been talking about. Piers Morgan quitting his British morning talk show after he bashed Meghan Markle's racism and mental distress allegations. It was a topic on our show yesterday, and right now, Mrs. O would like to address some concerns she has received for supporting her friend. Sharon?
So this is what she was talking about, like Black Twitter was eating her alive. I remember this. They was eating her up, you know, and they were pushing back on her because she was like, you're defending this racist. And literally this woman is saying, hey, I faced racism. I had a mental health breakdown. I thought about taking my life. You know, whether or not you believe Meghan or not, if somebody is telling you like this is their experience, how can you tell them that it's not their experience? We know those people did not want that woman over. Listen, Meghan Markle didn't even know she was Black until the royals told her she was Black. That's a different, that's a different conversation.
Sorry, I was on mute. Meghan is a big liar. That's for sure. I know that.
Conversation for another day, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everyone that watches our show know that because I supported my friend with his freedom of speech and his opinions on what he felt about the interview of Meghan and Harry, I know he has a right to say what he feels on the interview, as we have a right to say, and everybody has a right to say what they feel with freedom of speech. Did I like everything he said? Did I agree with what he said? No, because it's his opinion. It's not my opinion. But why is it that because I supported a longtime friend and work colleague of mine for years, that everybody goes, if you support him, then you must be racist because he's racist? Now,
I didn't know Piers Morgan was racist. Okay, that's my first time hearing this. But for some reason, I just don't think he is. Just because he spoke out against Meghan doesn't make him racist.
I support him for his freedom of speech and he's my friend. I'm not racist, neither is Piers racist, and I hate the fact of even saying I'm not racist. It's a terrible, evil word to call anybody without knowledge.
Now, here's the thing. I get sick and tired of white people saying like, oh my God, that's the worst thing you can call me is a racist. Trust me, being called a racist is not the worst thing. Being a racist is actually the worst thing, right? But granted, if black people are telling you, hey, I have an issue, I have a problem with this, sometimes it's just best to shut up.
He can be an ass.
I'm gonna repeat that one more time.
I agree with
when
that.
black people are telling you something is wrong or they don't like something, sometimes it's best for you to shut up. It's not that Sharon had to come out and say anything, right? She could have just kept her mouth shut, but she decided to speak up. And then when she got backlash, all of a sudden she wants to act like a Karen. That is the problem. All right, so let's continue.
Of that. Now, what have I ever said about anybody that is racist? It's not within me. It's
I don't know about this, AT2, but she's well within her rights to back up her friend if she believes in him. Like she said, she was supporting a longtime friend.
It's not within me who I am. It's not in my soul. I don't care.
See, I think that it's weird and it's wrong to say that I can't have an opinion about someone because their skin tone. It's like Piers Morgan could not have an opinion about Meghan because she was black, or is it because he didn't believe her? I truly believe that he didn't believe her and that she was attacking the royals. I believe that too. I preached it for like a whole year. I have old videos talking about how I think Meghan was lying.
What color or what religion anyone is. Are you a nice person? That's what I judge you on. Are you respectful and nice to me? Then I return it. I don't care anybody's religion or race. It has nothing to do with being a good person, but I'm the last person in the world who's racist.
I'm laughing because usually that's what they say. Like, oh, I would never, like, no. I'm surprised she didn't hit us with the I don't even see color thing. The I don't see color is like the worst excuse ever. Like, whoever invented that phrase needs to be put in a gas chamber or something, because I just hate that whole phrase. But granted, her saying, I could never, like, it can never be me. Yeah, right. Okay, let's continue.
Anybody? Anybody?
No, I think, Mrs. O, it's always really hard when you see a good friend going through a difficult situation and you know them on a different level and you really know their personal heart and their minds, and you have this relationship with Piers. So I completely understand why you reached out and supported a friend. He's a friend. And I agree with you. It doesn't mean that you support what he says.
No, I don't. And half the stuff he comes out with, I'm like, where did that come from? But it's Piers. And Piers is employed to give his comments. And that's what he does. He's a journalist.
We have a lot of friends that say things that we don't agree with, but they still are friends.
Cheryl, he comes on here. Yes. And what do we say every time he comes on here?
What he comes all the time, and we're not going to get a word in edgewise. That's what I be thinking in my mind.
Yeah,
but
he waffles on, and we go, okay.
But I will say that the last time that he came on the show, I did bring to his attention that there were racial and racist implications in the dealings with Meghan Markle, specifically because she was black. But we love you here. And this show is called The Talk, and we talk to each other.
Yeah.
So I really
see, and how can she make that assumption? Because based on what Meghan said, that you can base it. Or is she talking about Piers Morgan, what he said? Because I just remember him saying that he didn't believe nothing that she said, and she's attacking the royal family. Michelle Lee says, in retro, and so does AT2 mentions that too, that Pierce called Meghan out for dumping him. I didn't know at that time what his relationship was with Meghan. I think that she used him as a stepping stone to network her way to a wealthy man. Letitia, do you have a link for Paula's channel? Yes, I'll get that. Just a sec.
Would like to know, because I've been knowing you for years since I've been here, and I've never seen anything come out of you other than, if I don't know, I'm willing to learn. If it comes off a certain way, I stand corrected.
Right.
That's the only thing I've seen.
Yeah.
So what would you say to people who may feel that while you're standing by your friend, it appears that you give validation or safe haven to something that he has uttered that is racist, even if you don't agree? Am I saying it right? Okay.
I don't know what he's uttered that's racist. I'm not trying to slide out of this one.
Right.
I don't know. Tell me, what has he uttered that's racist?
So to translate, with white people, even though they have an imagination, I mean, they play Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, right? When it comes to like racism, they think that racism is you literally have to be wearing a white hood, carrying a burning cross. Like, they don't get like the microaggressions and the things that are not so in your face. And like,
I think it's fair to say that Osborne asked, what was it that he said that was racist? And that's fair.
Like the subtle hints of racism, right? Like those kind of things they don't understand. In this situation with Meghan Markle, I want to bring up a few things. Remember, who was the lady? Who is Prince Charles' wife? What's her name? Camilla. Remember, she wore the brooch or whatever, with the black lady on it. The brooch, or is it called the brooch? You listen. I ain't never been to the UK. I don't know the language and shit like that. Or the.
God, I could have this wrong, but it wasn't Camilla that wore the brooch. It was another lady that wore the brooch. But I think that was a dress too. And I think Meghan had went to that dinner and they said something about the brooch. You guys remember the brooch?
Customs, I should say. Remember that thing? And then they asked like what color was the baby gonna, or how dark the baby was going to be. And and they never really.
Let me just say this, AT2, that was a lie. They did not ask Meghan directly what color the baby was gonna be. Word on the curb, which I don't believe it, is that Harry had a conversation with his family and his family was concerned, and he ran back and told Meghan, and Meghan told Oprah. And you know how someone's story is in my book. It's windy out.
Really went into detail about everything that has happened, but they made it clear that it was not the Queen. The Queen was lovely and everything. Queen Elizabeth, like they said, like they had no problems with Queen Elizabeth. But again, you can't tell someone how they can feel or how what their experience is. And especially when you have a woman who lived her life as trying to be passable. Now we talking about black people. We know that she black, but she probably never had to experience the same things as her mother. Like I know watching like one of the documentaries that they did, she said like she remember her mom was called the N-word and how her mom was treated. Like she talks about how her mom was treated and not how she was treated. So again, based on, shout out to all the biracials, but based on their life experience, they might not have a black experience. This is deep right now, right? But also, we're forgetting about one thing. Piers Morgan was mad because Meghan Markle did not call him back because he was trying to hit it. and she wanted nothing to do with it. Like, they were cordial and everything together, but he wanted to take her out on a date. And so his thing was that he was rejected. And then she started dating Prince Harry. And then this is when it all went downhill. So he couldn't get none of that coochie. So that's why he was really mad. We're forgetting that part. But also, let's not forget this. Make sure you guys are in Vegas, April 10th through the 12th. See that nice segue right there? April 10th through the 12th for the Vegas meetup. Remember, you guys, we're going to have fun. We're meeting up at 7 p.m. on Friday at Area 15, not 51, Area 15. Make sure you guys are there. Also, I told you the Flamingo, the Link, or Harris. Make sure you guys book there. Get your plane ticket and everything like that. We're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to meet you guys. But anyway, so that's the backstory. I wanted to give you guys that. So here we go.
Talks about, he doesn't want to understand that how Meghan was treated was racism. And then says, and I'm just going off the top of my head, so forgive me, audience.
Go on.
If he says, I don't see it as being racist, or what she's going, I don't believe what she's going through, or it's that white entitlement privilege that makes it racist upon itself. So if you're saying, I stand with you, how do you address people who say, then you are standing with racism? Not saying that you are. I'm saying for people that may be.
Oh, that is really taking it too far. That is really, because that would mean that everything that comes out of my mom's mouth, like, what if it's something that I don't agree with her? And what if it's something that she says that I agree with her, but since everybody else doesn't agree with her, then I must be racist. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to put on Osborne. That is a lot to put on her. I would have been upset with her too, because I would have said, no, you are saying that I'm racist, because you can't exclude me from your conversation. No, the truth of the matter is that Meghan lied. She didn't hear the conversation. She wasn't there during the conversation. Harry came out and said he wasn't even going to talk about it anymore. So what's the truth? And then come to find out, whatever her name is, they said it wasn't racism. It was unconscious bias. They changed it. Meghan downplayed it. And here's the thing, too. If asking about someone's skin color or what color is the baby going to be racism, then that's big. Because let me tell you something. When Carol was born, we were I was like, what color or what's she going to look like? Is she going to have browner skin, light skin? What is my baby going to look like? A natural reaction.
Feeling that because the Sharon that I know, the Sharon that I've been talking to in learning systemic racism, that's learning about the deeper, the more covert than overt racism. That's what the journey you and I have been going on, all the way back to Breonna Taylor, all the way back to George Floyd. That's why I say, I don't think what people are applying to you is all the way apropos. But once you say, I stand by my friend, then people think, well, then you must agree with what he's saying.
And the reason is because I think in this moment, we need people to stand up for anti-racism. Like, not being racist is almost, but without being anti-racist, I think that's the thing. When people feel that he's racist, people have receipts. I wish we had them today so that we could actually go deeper into this conversation so people could see why people feel that he's racist and sexist. And I mean, there's a lot, but we don't have those receipts here. But I think
how you gonna not have no receipts and sit here and accuse my friend of all this BS? You know what it felt like? It felt like a PaulaM. That's what I got.
I think the bigger point is anti-racism is what is being called for, not just not being racist. So when we kind of give passes or give space to people who are saying damaging, harmful things, what we're kind of doing is permitting it. And I think that's what people are
damaging and harmful things. How was that damaging? What color is the baby going to look like? Meghan lied about the security, that the baby wasn't going to get security and the baby wasn't going to get titles, because as we can see, the baby got titles and the baby gets security just like they get it. So what? She lied.
Reacting to, and I listen, I don't have a dog in this fight here. I have
one of the things I want to point out, because when this was really heavy, when Meghan Markle was Meghan and Harry were leaving the royal family and stuff like that, a lot of people in the UK, Canada, anybody who's in the quote unquote Commonwealth, they're like deep embedded into this royal stuff. Us over here, we don't understand it. We're kind of like, I'll give you an example. At least for Black people, the only person that we fuck with Princess Diana. All the rest of them, we don't give a damn about, right? And we like Harry, right? We like Harry. But other than that, we don't really give a damn. Like, the U.S. Succeeded from, the UK and stuff. So we don't have any connection to that. So we're not deep embedded, but if you talk to somebody from the UK or from Canada or whatnot, they are deep. This is like deeply ingrained in them. Like listen, they look at, because, the royals were once seen as God. Like they really still believe that. Like it's a sickness. Like you can't get this out of them. So this is why this is such a big was a big topic at the time, Let's continue.
Said that every newspaper article in England that came out where it said she was from Compton to the palace and this, that, and the other, it's despicable. It is hatefulness. It's evil. But I'm sorry if I say that, listen, he's my friend. He's entitled to his opinion. And if he thinks Meghan is whatever he says about her, I don't agree with what he says, but I agree with his right to say what he feels. And I don't think, I haven't heard, he's not my husband. I don't know everything he does. Right. He's a work colleague who became my friend. And I don't know everything he's ever said about Meghan, but I personally have never heard him say anything about her.
Well, most
her color or her race.
It doesn't. I mean, there's something called unconscious bias, right? I don't think that everybody who is actually racist knows they're racist. I don't think that everyone who does things from a place of unconscious bias, it's called unconscious bias for a reason. Yes. You're not aware of it. So when somebody
I had a conversation with my older sister. I said, how the hell are you going to convict me over some shit that I didn't know? So if you're saying I'm unconscious and I'm biased, that's insulting to me. Because that's your interpretation, that's your opinion about the situation. But it wasn't unconscious bias. Meghan lied about the whole situation. She did. She said she wasn't going to get titles. She wasn't going to get security for Archie because his skin was black. And she lied about that. And so, henceforth, where was the racism? And then don't tell me that I almost did something to offend you and didn't know it. You offended me, but you didn't know you just offended me, but you did offend me.
Else is saying to you, hey, the
No.
things that you're saying are racist, they're harmful, they hurt me. I think that there is, especially now, I hope that folks can take a beat and stop and listen and really reflect on why they're saying that. And
so if I like Pierce and he's seen as racist, then I'm racist. Is that what you're saying?
It's not the case, but I think and again, this is uncomfortable because no one wants to challenge a friend, right? Especially on.
Well, obviously that's what you're doing. And number one and number two, you're trying to say that I'm racist because my friend is. At least you think he is, and then you don't even have any dang on receipts to show me that he is racist. I think this is unfair.
National television, and so I think we're almost demonstrating what has played out between you and Pierce. It's like no one wants to be the one to say the thing that's gonna, offend a friend publicly. You want to stand with your friend, but when your friend is also, creating space for, or not shunning, it's almost like a true friend's responsibility is to hold a friend accountable, is my feeling. It's an uncomfortable thing to do, but it's coming from love. And I think people believe that you're not racist. I don't think you're racist, just to say that super plainly. I don't think you're racist. But I think if people know you're not racist, they would want you to stand up to your friend who has done racist things, who has been sexist in the coverage of Meghan. I think that's where it's coming from. But I'm not here. I don't follow Piers Morgan's career. I don't follow the royal palace.
Excuse me, neither do I. As I've said, he's not my husband. He's not my lover. He was never a boyfriend. I have friends.
Well, the interesting thing is, like, if you don't know and you're not keeping up with what's going on, then why did you say anything, right?
In my life, I stick up for my friends. If I was ever needed him, he would be there for me, and that's it. I feel even like I'm about to be put in the electric chair because I have a friend who many people think is a racist, so that makes me a racist. And for me, at 68 years of age, to have to turn around and say, I ain't racist. What's it got to do with me? Okay, how can I be racist about anybody? How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Well,
what?
We will be right back.
What?
We have more topics, so don't go away.
And I think we should stop this.
So again, you see Sharon is the one getting nasty, not Cheryl. Sharon, they had to bleep out what she said because she said we need to stop this effing, and then they bleeped it out, so we don't even know what they finished even saying, you guys. That's the thing. This is where she really goes off on Cheryl, so I want to go ahead and pull this clip up now. One moment.
I haven't seen this.
we got to bring the receipts, y'all.
I feel even like I'm about to be put in the electric chair because I have a friend who many people think is a racist, so that makes me a racist. And for me,
you guys
at
want me to
68
move
years
on.
of age, to have to turn around and say, I ain't racist. What's it got to do with me? Okay, how can I be racist about anybody? How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Well,
what?
We will be right back.
What?
We have more topics, so don't go away.
And I think we should stop this.
First of all, bitch, who the hell you think you talking to with your rabbit dog hair having ass? Don't talk to Cheryl like that.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna stop there. As far as my little girl is concerned, there's not a conversation with her as to what color she is. She thinks she's her daddy's color. Excuse me for now. Because she just, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Because she says, mommy's brown and daddy is white. And Kara is white. So I would have to say at this particular time, like I haven't had that conversation, you know? She's 5 years old and she's mixed with black and white. And she's mixed. She's not black, she's not white, she's mixed. And so that's how we're gonna do it in my home. You got the both the best worlds. You're chocolate and you're white all at the same time. So, but she knows the color of her skin looks like daddy's. But I don't really know if she would understand. She probably would. That, you know, she's a mixed race. She will have to pick a race when competing paperwork. Mixed is not a race. You know, I would have to leave that up to her, right? To determine which one she's gonna pick. That's gonna be difficult. You know? Because she's not just one color. She may have to mark both of them at the same time. Maybe that'll be understandable. I'll tell her to pick both of them. Or, you know, sometimes you can leave that blank. They don't make you put that on there. Sometimes you can opt out. It's not mandatory. But they will ask you if you don't mark it. So that's what I think. I think that I would, if it came down to it, she would have to choose. She would have to choose which one. But I don't want it to be complicated for her. I want it to make it easy as possible, her being a mixed child. I don't want her to be picked on, which I know she probably will be. But she's got some great friends. They protect her at school. She has this one guy friend named Owen? Cohen. Cohen's our best friend. And when we went to Phil's Day, he was protecting her, carrying her water for her, and just being a cute little 5-year-old gentleman to my daughter. Yeah. And she likes him too. She thinks he's a good friend. Cohen, she says, Mom, Cohen wants me to come over his house. And I said, oh no, Cohen can come over here. I said, let him know. Let his mommy know. When you get back to school that Cohen can come over here. Yeah, but she's going to have questions. She's going to have questions about her race, her color, you know, and I don't want her to be confused because I hear a lot of mixed people are confused. I want her to know her heritage, you know, both sides of the family. And she gets that now. Not unlike Meghan, you know, they can't see their grandparents. They can't see their cousins. Like yesterday, we just went to my sister's son's birthday party. And so it's really important that she has family, you know, and knows each side. That's so important to me. Any more questions? Because I really don't know what she's going to put on her application form. But whatever she decides to put on there, I'm going to support her. Here for the show. Hello. The stigma is real. Yeah. And there should be a spot that says of mixed descendant, or, you know, because if you identify with, I would like for her to have a mixed and not be one-sided. I don't want her to be like, well, I'm just gonna embrace one side of my mom and dad. No, she's gonna have both. Does that make sense? You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I just remember she says, Mom, you're brown. I say, yeah, I am, and you're creamy. I called her creamy. I said, and you're creamy. You're a creamer, creamster, creamer, creamy baby. Yeah, and I told you how people stare at me and look at me like, is that your daughter? But they don't do it too much, just sometimes. But I mean, some people just know off the back, okay, yeah, that's her daughter, look. But she does look more like her dad than she does me. That's for sure. She looks like her daddy. Yeah. I don't know what is in store for her. I just want to make sure that I allow her to be a free little girl, you know, although she's been getting sassy lately. Mm-hmm. Talking about how she hate daddy. I said, that's not very nice. You can't say that about daddy when she gets mad when he doesn't let her do something. Daddy. Yeah. She says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We were blessed. We were truly, truly, truly blessed with having her. We went through the IVF. We went through at a very late age, and was amazed that my womb was going to be able to carry her. And I got the opportunity to do that. So it was wonderful. And she loves talking about it. Mom, was I in there? Yeah, you were in there moving around and doing your thing, girl. Yeah, you were in there. Is that the mark? She looks at the mark on my stomach because I had a cesarean. And is that what happened, Mommy? I said, yeah, because you were twisted. You wasn't ready to come down, girl. Oh my God, she's growing so fast, guys. She is 5 years old, will be 6 this year. And I just remember bringing her home from the hospital. It was just, everything was just so, it was getting everything together. And then they rolled us down to get in the car with the baby, put the baby in the car seat. Well, baby was already in the car seat. Just put the baby in the car. And rode in the back seat with her. And we went to go pick up my meds. And then we went home, and my mom and sister was there waiting for me. And they just was playing with her, holding her, and all excited about her being at home. Yeah. I showed my youngest a YouTube video of a baby growing in the womb. They were fascinated and shocked, saying, I was scared. It was scary. You know, my daughter, we were watching a movie yesterday, me and my husband, and she was doing something else. And this little girl, this lady, was pregnant and about to have a baby. And so me and my husband turned it off. I said, turn it off. She doesn't need to see it. And she was like, Mom, I can see it. I'm brave. I can see it. I can see it. And nothing happened. You couldn't see anything. It wasn't like your documentary, probably more inclusive, and but I think it would be a wonderful thing to show her, one day, on how that happens. There's nothing shameful about it, but this was a movie. And I'm brave, Mom. I said, I know you're brave, sweetheart. Yeah, she's growing into her own. When I drop her off at school, she puts a little backpack on and she goes on in the school like she knows where she's going. I'm like, where are you going? Like, just adorable. It's kind of cool to talk about these little moments with you guys, about my little one. I said I was not going to talk about her a lot on YouTube because of the mean people out here. Oh, my free for all. Hola, just get up Friday, a nap. That 3 a.m. Letitia free for all last night wore me out. Yeah, it was. I was out of character, very much so. Yes, I had her during COVID. It was the worst. It wasn't, it was what it was, but there is a thing called COVID babies, because there's a lot of babies that were born during COVID. And I feel like I had to give her a head start on a lot of things, because for some reason, COVID babies were not catching on quick enough or fast like they wanted to. Like Kara wasn't walking until she was like almost 2, or, crawling. Everything was slow. But when she got it, she got it. But I just remember being in the house all by myself. Well, my husband would be there. And then just sitting on the couch, doing nothing, me and the baby, just sitting there pregnant. And probably talking on the phone to my mom. And then just letting the belly was just getting bigger and bigger. And it was getting weirder and weirder. And I was freaking out more and more. And then all of a sudden it was time to go. And I was like, oh, snap-a-doo. Because, yeah. Yes, there's some beautiful videos on YouTube showing the growing process before birth. I think I'm going to show her that one day. She's going to like that because she wants to see all that. She told the teacher that she was having a sister. I said, when I went to Phil's Day, the teacher said, oh, Kara said she's going to have a little sister. I said, oh, she did. I said, me and my husband looked at each other like, we were like, no, she knows something we don't know. Oh, Lisa B, I'm sorry. Sorry you guys didn't get any sleep last night. I did have you guys up late. We'll never forget what they did. See, I was one of those that complied with the situation. Like they said, go get a shot. I went and got the shot. They said, you need to go get another one. I went and got another one. And I just did whatever they said to do, me and my family, because I saw people not surviving. And I felt like maybe I might have some underlying conditions I don't know about. I was freaking out. And then when I finally did get COVID, oof, it ripped my stomach apart. I think I lost a lot of weight. Oh, that is see, I didn't know that. It's all gone wrong. Generation Alpha. I could see it being something. I don't have my phone. I was going to look it up. But yeah. Gen Alpha. That's interesting. I'm going to have to look that up because we were in the house. I remember when it was time to go to the hospital and no one could go see me, only hubby. No one in the hospital, no visitors, nothing. And then you're tested I was tested before I had the baby. They tested me before, stuck that thing up my nose. She's clear. They got in there and got the cutting. Well, guys, generational alpha includes individuals born between 2010 and 2024. Yep, she's born in 2020. 7/7/2020. That's her birthday, isn't it? My favorite number is 7. And it's 7/7. So I think my baby is so lucky. I think she was meant to be born on 7/7/2020. Like, that is such a special day. Yeah, they are little observers. They're a lot. She asked me a lot of questions. Why, mommy? What's that? What's that, mommy? What's that, mommy? Yeah. I had no idea that COVID was going on because I could have waited. It was my choice when to conceive because it was going to be in vitro. So I was like, we took what we were supposed to do. And then I was like, okay, what's next? And I had to take hormones. Hormone medication. Was it hormones? No. Like, receive the pregnancy situation. So I was taking medications. Oh, today is the day that New Orleans shut down for COVID. Woo! Yeah, it is. It is funny. 7/7/2020. It's easy to remember too. It's so easy to remember. Okay, lovely people. Go have dinner. Go do something. We're not going out to eat. I'm going to cook. And then I got to get her into tub time and wash her hair. That's a job by itself. Her hair is long, it's thick, and it gets tangled. Yeah, I don't know why it gets so tangled like that. And I haven't found any one thing that's golden that will help with the tangles. So I have to take her to the shop every now and then. Hi, Kamori. Oh, did I say hello to you before you came in? So good to see you. Generation Alpha. Good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, I'm going to put on the... It's a difference when I don't have it on. You have to remind me. Okay. Hold on. Your daughter reminds me of my daughter, and especially with all of that hair that gave me fits. Her hair was almost as long as she was tall. Exactly. It's getting longer. It's by her butt. And it gives me hell. I have to take her to the shop. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm not used to the texture I'm not used to the texture, or I'm used to the tangle. Like it get real tangly. Not like kanky, which my hair does. My hair gets kanky. Her hair is tangled. Like it's like get tangled into knots. Like that's like it can get, yeah. I had to take her to the hair salon, and let them get it together for sure. Because otherwise it was going to get matted, and there I would have been having to cut her hair, and that would have been not good. So I love talking about my daughter. I love talking about her. And I have to forget that some people out here does not mean me any good and don't want to see you happy, have it going on and doing that. Like Kamari and all that good stuff. Okay, I'm going to play my song that Danny Robinson created for me to say goodnight.